Welcome to the new episode of Phoenix Project, Creating the Techies by the Department of Sociology, St. Business College and Madeline. In this new video, we will be discussing about Google Forms, which is a survey administration app that is very useful in research. In this present COVID pandemic phase, face-to-face surveys are risky. So Google Forms can be widely used in research during this phase. So let's study and know more about it. All the best and God bless you all.
Dear students, welcome to the session. I am Sara Linu, Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Applications. Today in this session, we'll discuss about Google Forms. I think you all are familiar with the term Google Forms. Even if you may not have created a Google form by yourself, you may have attended some Google quizzes, or you may have registered for some webinars using Google Form and submitted the feedback form for the same. Today, we will learn more about it. In this session, we will see how we can create a new Google form, how we can edit a Google form, and also we will see how we can share and view the response of a Google form. A Google form is a full-featured form tool that comes free with your Google account. It allows us to collect information from users using personalized surveys and quizzes. And the information then collected is automatically connected to the spreadsheet. The data collected using the Google Forms can be used for further analysis. Now, we'll move on to the steps for creating a new Google form. To create a Google form, go to the browser and search for Google Forms. Click on the first link that appears on your screen and then click on Go to Google Forms. Log on to your Google account using your Gmail ID and password. And that will navigate you to the home page where we start the procedure for creating a new Google form. Google provides us with several templates for making our job more easier, and we can view more templates by clicking on Template Gallery. You can select any of the template from here and edit according to our purpose. These templates are grouped into different categories like work, educational, personal, etc. Now I'm not going to select any of the templates from here. I'm going to select a blank Google form. For that, click onto that plus icon. Yes, now I've opened up a new Google form. Now we will see different options available in the Google Form editor. In the top right, first we have color theme, where we can change our color pattern of our Google form. And next we have preview button, and next as a settings. Inside settings we have general setting, presentation setting and quizzes. We will look into it after completing our Google form. And next we have send button. We can share our Google form through email or using link or URL or in embedded HTML form. We can switch from the question tab to the response tab of your form editor to see the current response of your form and link it to the spreadsheet. In addition to the 4 options that we have discussed before, we have a vertical bar with additional 6 options. First, we have a plus icon to add more questions to your Google form. We have an option to import questions from other Google form. We can add new title and description. We can add images and videos to your form, and also we can add new sections to your form. Before adding questions to a form, let's first add a title. The top left corner, we can add title for the form. Yes, you can see the header of the form is automatically changed. If you want to edit it, we can edit. Yes, I've changed it to feedback form. Now I'm going to add a short description for the form. This is a sample feedback form. Okay, now I'm going to add first question, name. We have in this drop down list, we have different answer types available here: short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, etc. I'm going to select short answer because I expect a single line answer for this question, name. And here we have three other options: duplicate, delete, and require. Duplicate option is to create a similar type of question, and delete is to delete the question. And using this required, by switching on this required option, we can make this question a mandatory one. Now we'll click on to this preview button and we'll see how our form would look like. Yes, you can see the form here. Now we'll go back to the editor and we'll add the next question. For that, click on to this plus icon. Now I'm going to add email ID. Okay, again it is a short answer type. So in the drop down list, I'm going to select short answer. For this question, I'm going to give some validation. Click onto this three dots and select response validation. Now you can see the validation option appears here. Select text because email is a text field, and select email address. Now I'm not giving any customer error message here. I'm just making it as a required field. Okay, now I'm going to add one more question to this form. For that, click onto this plus icon. I'm going to add phone number. Again, it is a short answer type question. And we will add validation. Since it is a number field, set it as number. And here I'm going to add some customer error message. That is, if the customer or the user type an invalid entry or a text, this message will be displayed there. And make it as a required field. There is one more option here, that is description. We can add a description to the questions. That is, we can give some hint about our question. Okay, I've had a small description here. Now we'll see the preview of the form. Okay, now we will enter some data here and we'll see how the response is recorded. Yes, you can see the error message here because I've entered text instead of number. I've given a validation here in this field, phone number. Okay, I've submitted the form. Yes, we'll go back to the editor and we'll see the response. So you can see the response. One response is recorded here. Click on to the response tab to view the response. Okay, we can view the response as summary, as question by question. We can view the response. And also we can view the response as an individual form. and we can link a response to a spreadsheet. Click on create to create a new spreadsheet. As you can see, the response is recorded here. We have an additional field here, that is timestamp. It records the time and the date when we submitted the record. And we can do further analysis of the data using this Excel sheet. Now we will again go back to the editor and have a quick look into the other answer types available. Now for that, I'm going to add one more question to the form. And here, first we have short answer that we have already discussed in the above 3 questions. It expects a single line answer. And next we have paragraph, which is much similar to the short answer field, and we use when we want detail or a long answer notes. Next we have multiple choice. This is a default field for the new question in the Google form. Here the options are listed one by one, and we can add new option by clicking on add option, and the user can select any one of the options listed. Yes. Now we'll go back to the editor. Next we have checkbox. Checkbox is similar to the multiple choice. Here also the options are listed and we can add new options. And the only difference is that the user can select as many options as they want. But in the multiple choice, the user can select only one option. Now we'll see the next answer type, that is drop down. Drop down is used if you want all of your answer types in a single menu. This is useful for keeping our form compact and when there are many answer options for a single question. And you can see the preview here. See, the options are listed out and we can select from here. Yes. Next we have file upload. When we select this particular answer type, a message will be displayed indicating that the file uploaded by the user or the respondent will be saved in the owner's Google Drive. And also one thing is to be noted, that is the user or the respondent should sign into his or a Google account before they use this particular field. And here we have 3 options. Allow only the specific type, that will allow you to select the type of files the people wanted to upload. And next is the maximum number of files they can upload. We can set the maximum number of files, and also the size of the file the people can upload. Now we'll see the preview. Yes, we can see the file upload option here. Just click onto that and the user can either select the file from their Google Drive, or they can drag and drop the file over here. Now we'll move on to the next answer type, and that is linear scale. In this field, we can set the scale of option from 0 to 10 with labels for the lowest and the highest option. Now we'll see this answer type with the help of an example. For that, I'm going to add a new question. How much do you like this session. Now I have set the scale from 1 to 4 and I'm going to label the lowest option as bad and highest option as excellent. Now we'll see the preview. Okay, you can see how it appears in your Google form. Something like 1 for bad, 2 for good, 3 for very good, and 4 for excellent. The next answer type is multiple choice grid. Here the field appears in a grid fashion for the user. We'll add a new question and we'll see how it will work. I'm going to add assignment or activity. And here we can add question as the rows and options as the columns. By this question, I just wanted to know whether the students have submitted the following activity. This one is PowerPoint presentation, and the next one is MS Word, and the next is Google Forms. Now I'm going to add 2 columns, yes and no, and we'll see how it will appear in our Google form. Yes, you can see assignment or activity. You can select any one of the option, yes or no. If you have done with the assignment, you select yes, otherwise select no. And next we have checkbox grid. This option is also similar to the multiple choice. The only difference is that the user can select more than one option. And we have 2 more answer types available in the Google Form editor, that is date and time. We can select date if you wanted to ask for a specific date to schedule an activity or something else, and it will be in the form, it will be in the format day, month and year. And finally we have one more option, that is time. Now we have done with our Google form. We have covered all the important options available in the Google Form editor and also all the answer types available in the editor. Next, we'll see how we can change the settings of a Google form. For that, click on to the settings icon, and here we have general settings, presentation settings and quizzes. First we'll see general setting. First we have the option to collect the email address. This option automatically collects the email address of the respondent when they submit their Google form. Next we have response receipt. This option allows the respondent to receive the copy of their response after they have submitted the Google form. Here we have two choices: if the respondent requested, or they will receive, always they will receive after submit their Google form. I'm not going to select this option because I've already given a field to add the email address. And you can restrict the form to users only on your domain by clicking on this option. Now this form is restricted to users in techies.ac.in and its registered organizations only. And next we have an option to limit the number of response of the Google form, and both these options work only if the user or the respondent sign in into his or a Google account before they submit their Google form. Next is the respondent can edit after submit. By clicking on this option, respondent can edit the entries that they have submitted in the Google form once after they have submitted. And next we have the option to see the summary chart and response of the respondent. And next we have presentation setting. Here we have three options. First is show progress bar. Checking this box will automatically allows all the users to view their progress in your form. And next is the shuffle question order. This option will shuffle the order of question in your Google form. Next is show link to submit after the response. Checking this option will show the link to give the next response once after they have submitted the Google form. And also we have an option to add the confirmation message. This will be displayed to the respondent after they have submitted the Google form. I'm going to add a confirmation message here. Thank you. Your feedback. Yes. And next we have quizzes. To convert a Google form to a Google quiz, just switch on this option. An important thing that you should remember while you create a Google quiz is that we needed to add value points to each of the questions that you have given in the Google form, and also we should give the answer key for each question for auto grading. And finally we will see how we can share our Google form with others. You just click onto the send button, and here we have an option to collect the email address of the respondent. If you want, you check that, otherwise you uncheck. And we can send our Google form using three methods. First one is email. If you know the email ID of all the respondent or the users of our Google form, we can use this method. And next one is link. This is the most common and the easiest method for sharing a Google form. You just copy the link here, and since it is quite longer, you can shorten it and copy, and you can send to the users or the respondent. Just paste it in the address bar and you can see how our form will appear. Yes, you can see the live form here. And there is one more method through which we can share our Google form, that is embedded HTML. You can also make a Google form available to view on the existing website by embedding it on your website. For that, just copy the HTML code from here and paste it in your site. So this video covers all the important things necessary for creating a simple Google form. Thank you.